all know the moment when you look in the mirror one morning and something looks drastically different. And by we, I mean women over 40. It happened to me 5 years ago when I was 43 years old. Just look at the mirror and I'm like, who is this person? Everything was moving downward and it seemed like it happened overnight. And no one talks about this version of aging, not the slow, gradual kind. I'm talking about that sudden aging that happens overnight. Dermatologists blame the sun, collagen loss. The industry tells you to start buying more collagen creams, more peptides, growth factors, and now PDRN and stem cells. But the real answer lies in your biology, and that's what we're talking about today. Here, hello and welcome. My name is Nadia, your guide to better skin and naturally without intervention. I'm here to teach you how understanding your biology unlocks the fountain of youth, because you'll get to control how fast or how slow you age. There is a moment most women don't expect. You move through life looking more or less the same, then 1 year, 1 season, 1 stressful chapter, your reflection looks different. I know this moment personally. At 43, after a horrible divorce, a health spiral triggered by hypoglycemia and extreme stress, I watched my face change drastically. I woke up one morning to a different person across from me in my reflection. My neck droopy, my cheeks deflated, my jaw softened, and my eyes looked tired no matter how much I slept or how much skincare I used. It didn't feel like I was aging, it felt like I was unraveling into a completely different person. And if you weren't over 40, you probably can relate. And if you have sought help, you probably were recommended Botox, filler, surgery, and so on. Dermatology does not have answers to the real issue, and today I'm going to break it all down for you. I'm going to walk you through the physiology behind this acceleration of aging. And I will show you why it's not permanent, it's hopeful, and it's reversible. 5 years later, at 48, I've kept those signs of aging at bay. They keep sneaking back, but I reverse them as I go. And of course, I will teach you my method. But first, let's understand why aging speeds up so drastically around age 43. Early 40s are a huge turning point for most of us women. Here's what's happening underneath the surface. First thing is estrogen is starting to decline, and that's the very signal that collagen needs to synthesize. Estrogen is the most supportive hormone that we have as women. It is the engine of the entire body. It supports your bone structure, it supports your collagen, your elasticity, your hydration, fat distribution, mitochondrial function, and bone strength. When estrogen dips even slightly, the scaffolding of the face starts weakening. Then we have the mother hormone, which is progesterone, also dropping. That, by the way, affects all other hormones. Low progesterone means higher cortisol, more inflammation, less sleep, and impaired skin repair. And this is why a lot of people in their 40s feel like they look tired all the time. Third factor is your mitochondrial energy declines. Your mitochondria fuels collagen production and skin repair. Around this age, mitochondrial efficiency drops sharply. Endless supported, that is. This is why one bad night of sleep at 43 looks very different than a bad night's sleep at 23. The fourth factor is the decline of that facial muscle mass. Muscle holds up our face, and when we lose just a little bit, that affects how we age so much more than wrinkles or fine lines. And this is why women that get those facelifts, they still look their age. You never look in your 20s or 30s when you get a facelift. You still look much older, just wrinkle-free. So all those factors combined are the storm that create that rapid aging. Now let's talk about why stress makes you look older almost overnight. So when we're lacking that estrogen, that progesterone that I talked about, our repair is very slow, those signals aren't there. And so when that cortisol that we're releasing when we're stressed is flooding the body, there's so much damage that's happening without much repair. Cortisol does so much, including the following. It will break down your collagen, increases inflammation, interferes with sleep, dehydrates your tissues, affects blood sugar stability, weakens your skin barrier, and reduces microcirculation. Chronic stress literally reshapes the face and not for the better. And because the beauty industry, including dermatologists, never talk about these topics, they don't talk about slowdown of mitochondrial energy, how lack of sleep affects how fast you age. Muscle atrophy, that never comes up because they still want you injecting that Botox, which actually furthers your aging. Now, let's quickly talk about why aging accelerates again around 60. So I want you to think about that sudden acceleration of aging around age 40 as hormonal. Now at 60, it's structural. Fibroblasts are slowing down, growth factors decrease dramatically, and that leads to further collagen loss. So it is said that starting our 20s, we're losing about 1% collagen every year. When we get to that late 50s, now we lose about 30% in that first 5 years of menopause, which is generally right before age 60. Bone remodeling starts accelerating. So we see facial bone resorbing, narrowing, it shifts backwards and loses that projection. So skin doesn't just sag because it's loose, it sags because there's less bone beneath it. And then of course we have the issue with the muscle, which without deliberate muscle training, is going to start weakening. Muscle anchors your face. So when it weakens, the skin has less support. The other thing that happens leading up to age 60 is microcirculation is slowing down. There's less nutrient delivery, less oxygen circulating, slower turnover. This creates the second major acceleration of aging. But just like in your 40s, it's not destiny. So today we have so many tools, you just have to know where to look. And dermatology should not be where you should be looking because it never focuses on fascia, bone, muscle, mitochondria, none of that. It only focuses on quick fixes. It's all about injections, chemical peels, you know the drill. You're never gonna get younger with Botox. You're gonna get younger when you repair biologically at a cellular level. Now, let's talk about how to catch and start reversing that sudden aging. Number one is strength training. It goes without saying, you got to move, you got to work out. Movement, including chewing, helps maintain that bone density and muscle. It works on both structures. So lift weights, walk, do strength exercise, yoga. I even got a vibration plate for those days that I don't get to work out. For a boost of mitochondrial energy, you're gonna need to get a red light therapy device and start taking NMN or NR supplements. The very best ones are vetted on my website. And when I say vetted, they're vetted to have no artificial colors, no additives, fillers, none of the nasty stuff, just the highest quality ingredients that I'm able to find. Third modality is to start using microcurrent. This is the time to do it. It starts working out those muscles topically. It also boosts your collagen production. I will add links down below to my favorite devices as well as discount codes. I cannot tell you how much my skin transformed when I stopped consuming protein and then when I started again. I went vegan for a couple of years, my skin just was going south. So protein provides the structure for the skin. We are made of protein. So our collagen, our ligaments, our bone, all of it is different types of protein, and we absolutely need to replenish it because it's breaking down every single day. We need those amino acids, which you find in two types of proteins. Collagen is one of them, and then regular protein that comes from the muscle of the animal. You need to be consuming both every single day in every single meal. That will support your skin and your bone. And in order to support the muscle, you're going to need to add creatine. Then we have stress regulation. That is the cornerstone of anti-aging. So you need to optimize your sleep, do whatever it takes. If it means taking supplements, adopting a sleep routine, a grounding mat, applying the 3-2-1 rule, which is no food for 3 hours before bed, no drink for 2 hours before bed, and no screens for 1 hour before bed. Work at resetting that circadian rhythm. So you wake up in the morning, step outside for at least 10 to 15 minutes, get that direct sunlight in your eyes. All these things will help you towards a sound, good night's sleep. And don't forget meditation and breath work. I've struggled with sleep my entire life, and especially in the last 5 years with decline in hormones, and I've tested and experimented with so many supplements. Again, you'll find my very favorites on my website, thebeautydoctrine.com. Next is to control your blood sugar spikes. So you got to have that protein and fiber in every meal. You need to stay hydrated throughout the day because glucose spikes and drops accelerate aging rapidly. Use clean skincare that does not introduce toxins and irritants to your skin, because guess what? Your skin is a sponge. It absorbs all of it, and now your body has to do with additional toxic load and hormonal disruptors in your skincare. So use clean, skin compatible skincare that's not irritating. And it needs to support your barrier. Our barrier layer thins out with age, and that accelerates wrinkles and fine lines. So we need to strengthen and protect that lipid barrier. So less abrasive products and more nurturing, nourishing, and protective ingredients. I'm not going to spend too much time on skincare in this video because I have a lot of videos about that, and I have guides that can walk you through exactly what to do based on your skin type or your skin concern. Just comment guide below and I can send it to you. And I can send you a link to all of the guides for you to pick which one is suitable for your specific skin type. And lastly, there are so many fantastic longevity supplements that can support your health and slow down that aging. I mentioned NMN and NR before. Spermidine is phenomenal. It promotes autophagy, which is the recycling of the misfolded proteins. So all the bad stuff, all the things that are going away in your body starts getting rid of. Try intermittent fasting, because when you fast, your body stops focusing on digestion and starts focusing on repair. Do not forget to take a good collagen every single day. Omega-3 fatty acids, maca for us women can be a fantastic hormone regulator. And lastly, we need that mother hormone, which is estrogen, and you can get that through a progesterone wild jam cream. I use Balance, which you'll find on my website. Listen, aging is not linear and it's not inevitable. It does not move at a steady pace. It's affected with so many things. So you have to customize your routine and you have to pivot constantly. You have to understand what your stressors are, what your personal culprits are, and then address them accordingly. Please let me know if you've applied any of these functional beauty principles and how they worked for you, and if you've experienced any of these shifts that I've been talking about. If you want me to help you work on your very personal plan, feel free to book a consultation with me. Support this channel by subscribing or becoming a paid member. That will tremendously help support my efforts and my team's efforts as we're building this phenomenal website. It's called The Beauty Doctrine Reviews, where I review all top selling products on the market. If you don't find your products that you're using, you can submit a form and ask me to review whatever products you want me to. I look at every single ingredient. I look at their impact on hormones. I look at irritants, hormonal disruptors, carcinogens, and even essential oils and natural ingredients that can affect your skin negatively. I hope this video was of value to you and that you learned something new. Let me know either way. I would love to hear from you. Until the next video, be well, be safe, be beautiful, take care.